Good afternoon, everybody. Yet another video from a Brit in the Philippines. Now today's going to be a topic of how foreigners can own their own homes in the Philippines. Right, there's two ways you can own your own home. You can either buy a condo, which of course you never own the land and you've got expensive maintenance charges every month, depending on what your condo is, where it is. It always depends on where your condo is, etc. Or you can lease some land, build a house on there, and you'll own that house 100%. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to buy some land in my wife's name and then lease it off my wife. Well, you can't do that. I mean, it's common sense at the end of the day. If you have a girlfriend and you buy some land for her, she can lease it to you because she's not your wife. But as soon as she becomes your wife, then that lease is null and void. It's just not happening. Trust me, I've checked on it. Because I wanted to find ways, if anything went wrong between whatever partner I had, I could keep my house and not have to leave the Philippines or start all over again or whatever. And I've looked into it, and that is the only two ways you can own your own house. No, I'm telling lies now, because there is another way. Right, okay. The only other way to do it is to do like a corporation, where I'm not sure though if you just have to put it in your Filipino partner or wife's name, or if it has to be two Filipinos in your name, whatever. But that's the only other way you can do it and actually own the land that the house is built on. And then of course, if something happens to you, it's passed on to your partner. Now, there's lots of problems with leasing land and building your house. The obvious problem is when you die, whoever owns the land has your house. It doesn't go to your partner. So you can't take the house with you, and she can't, well, I suppose you could disassemble it and take it with her. I don't know if she'd want to do that. If you're on your own and you intend to stay on your own and not marry and certainly not have kids, then that's probably the way to go. The minimum lease is 25 years, the maximum is 50. Now, you can get 50-year leases, but they're not really available that often on some good quality land. So, just bear that in mind when you're looking for a lease. Let's say you've leased some land. These are just sort of average figures, but we're talking about 400 square meters. You'll be paying around about 26,000 for a 50-year lease. I'm going to base it on a 50-year lease because there is 50-year leases about. I'm just saying they're not as common as the 25-year leases. Now, for a 400 square meter 50-year lease, you're going to be paying about 26,000 pesos. Now, depending on what area you're in the Philippines, I mean, if you're next to a beach, that price is probably going to go up. Now, we're talking about in the provinces, that kind of thing, you're going to be paying about 26,000 pesos for the 50-year lease. You've obviously got to pay that up at front. You can't pay it monthly. It's got to be totally up front. Just bear that in mind, basically. Now, let's say you've got your lease on your 400 square meters and you want to build a nice high-end quality bungalow. You're going to be looking at about 3 million pesos to contract somebody to build that bungalow, which is about $57,800. And what is it in pounds? I've not done it in pounds. Oh, I have. It's about £44,522. Now, obviously, it goes on the exchange rate. So if the exchange rate goes up and down, you could be paying more, you could be paying less, whatever. But that's roughly what you're going to pay. So the land combined with building the house is about $84,000, and it's about £65,000 to lease the land for 50 years, and that's for about 400 square meters, which is quite a nice big piece of plot like you're seeing here. I mean, not all of it, it goes back all this way, but what you're seeing here is about 400 square meters to over there to that wall. Roughly, might be a little bit more, but you're looking at about 400 square meters here. And a lot of this land that you rent has got banana trees and coconut trees in it already. There's some beautiful land for lease in the Philippines. It's not all, you know, buy or that's it. And I have known land that's been leased where the guy or the people that's leased it's asked the people if they want to buy it. So you might in the future have that option once you've leased the land. So just bear in mind, guys, that it's not good for everybody. Like me, it's not a good idea for me to lease the land because I've got 2 kids. Now, even if you had 1 kid or 2 kids, or you think in future you might be having kids, in my opinion, it's not the right way to go to lease land, because your kids are going to outlive 50 years. We hope. We all hope we're not going to outlive our kids, don't we? I certainly won't. But my wife should be around as well, hopefully, maybe. Probably not, but maybe, because that's going to make her, what, 80, 82? But my kids will be. And this is a country where they pass the property on to the kids. So if you're thinking of having a child in future, leasing land's probably not the way to go. I just got asked on quite a few occasions just recently about leasing land and can I do a video on it. So I just knocked some figures together, did a little bit of research, not a massive bit, but going off the research I did when I come here as well, I had to just refresh things so I didn't get things wrong. Now just remember, guys, these are ballpark figures, so I don't want people making comments, oh, if you come to, I don't know, Davao or wherever, it's all cheaper than that. And then, yeah, I'm sure it is, but I'm just going on the figures I've got around this area in the province, not in Naga, because the land would be a lot more, I'm guessing, to lease inside Naga than on the outskirts of Naga itself, such as where we went on that boat trip. The land around there is a lot cheaper than if you're inside Naga, which we're thinking of having a look at. For argument's sake, there's a house just sold. It was 500 square meters with a beautiful bungalow on it, and it's sold for 4.5 million. And the bungalow was already built, and it had loads of land. It was all landscaped and coconut trees and banana trees. It was absolutely beautiful, and that's where that boat is. It was about, what, maybe a kilometre away from where that boat is. But obviously we ain't got that money yet. Until I sell my property in the UK, I can't do nothing. And I'm hoping to get a bit of savings together and get the land before I actually sell my house. But it certainly won't be in Naga, because prices are going up, as I've said before, in Naga itself about 10% a year. And on top of that, you've got the food prices. I've just been into town to get some more of my slimming materials. My apple cider vinegar is gone up 50 pesos since the last time I bought it. It was 300, now it's 350 pesos. So that's just giving you a little idea. The fruit's going up. I bought 2 carrots. Granted, they were quite big, and it was like 100 pesos, you know. So it's a lot. So anyway, I've got lots of people behind me watching me and kids coming over to me. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I want to thank all my patrons and all the people that's been kind just recently, and all my subscribers, long term and short term. for all your support and all the kind comments. It's been really fantastic. Your support's been fantastic, honestly. My subscriber base is going up quite quickly again. It slowed down a bit, but it seems to be going up a bit more now. So we're really appreciative of that. So until the next video, guys, please subscribe, bang that like button, because it does make a difference, or dislike, whatever you want to do. I don't care, it doesn't bother me. And share our videos. And really, please share our videos, because it increases our subscriber base, and the higher up we go on the likes and subscribers, the higher we go up in YouTube, which means the more views, which means I can live in the Philippines a little bit better without stressing about money. Till the next video, guys. Oh, don't forget to visit my website at BritainThePhilippines.com. See you guys, bye.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into